Alright, good morning folks. Today is going to be our video, probably quite sped up, of how to go about getting to your Imperial rank grind. Your Imperial rank grind is important so you have access to special particular ships and some system permits. The biggest thing about it though is the time it takes. If you end up with the right circumstances, however, said time can be greatly reduced, like incredibly reduced. Last night when I recorded the bulk of this video, it took me an hour and a half to get up beyond the point that 2 hours actually, to get beyond the point where I actually did stop recording. And that was total, because I stopped recording at about an hour and a half in and was already past the point that I wanted to get to for myself for the video. And I kept going for another half hour and got even farther. Like, a lot farther. But the whole point being is we are going to be just showing you guys what this all looks like today. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the appropriate screen because the bulk of what we're looking at here is right here. I pulled this off of the Elite Dangerous Wiki, which I will link in the description below. But this lists what all we do, or we get from going and doing up all of your Imperial ranks. You get access to Heratani in terms, or once you've progressed far enough in reputation, or in engineering. You get access to the Imperial Courier. You get access to Akinar, the Imperial Capital System. At Baron, you get access to the Imperial Clipper and Summerland, the Summerland system. At Earl, you get Fakeki. And then at Duke, you get the ship everybody cries about being the best in the game, at least in terms of shield tanks, the Imperial Cutter. That being said, each rank progresses differently. Each rank takes time to do. As you're going, you can still build, or if a rank up mission, which we will discuss later, is not showing up, you can still go and get it, or get more rank progression, as you'll see in a bit. Just to show y'all what's going on with them, there are actually 4 Imperial ships. The first one you can already see in the background here is the Imperial Eagle. The Imperial Eagle does not have a rank requirement. You can automatically go and get the Imperial Eagle without even trying for rank grind. It is a tiny ship, it is a cheapo ship. Much like the standard Eagle, except it's more, well, like triple the cost. Little under triple the cost of the standard. But then again, it's Gudamaya, and Gudamaya does things their way. The next vessel in the Imperial lineup is actually my preferred out of all 3, or all 4 of them. That being the Imperial Courier. It is small, it is fast, it has excellent weapons loadout for its size, which is 3 medium hardpoints. And I have flown this ship in anti-Xeno, and it's done beautifully. It runs hotter than a motherfucker, though. and has no survivability, or virtually no survivability. But she does the job, and she does the job well for something her size. The next ship in the Imperial layout, or line, is the Imperial Clipper. A large ship by stats. However, everyone in the community has come to the consensus that this ship should be a medium-sized ship. It should not be listed as large. It should be running on a medium pad because she is undermassed, undergunned, or this size that a large pad should, or in theory, be running. But I still think it's a good ship. I have still gotten 40 light years plus out of one in terms of jump range. So, good ship. Now, granted that 40 light years was with a lot of engineering done. Is still point being, it's a good ship. In spite of all her flaws. The last one, the one everybody loves the most, is the Imperial Cutter. Along with the honor of being the most expensive ship in the game, the Cutter is also has the worst brakes. Also has to boast the highest shield ability, or largest possible shield. But that is what it is. Still, yes, it is a very good ship for the role that it provides. And it's a multi-purpose vessel. Most end up using it for mining or cargo, or both. I have considered building one for exploration. Pardon the yawn. Just be fucking cuz. Done it with the Corvette. Why not try it with the Cutter? See if I get a bit more jump range out of an FSD. Haven't done it yet because the Cutter is way too damn expensive for me to build like that. But that's the general consensus there. That's what the three ships are. The Cutter is the most versatile of the three of them, being as large as it is. However, it's also extremely limited because it is technically designed more for combat. Though it does not have the maneuverability to really be such. The Clipper, if we can find it again, is also a multi-purpose ship. Has plenty of internal module slots and should be just fine. Doing pretty much everything. The Courier, as it says, is a lightweight combat ship. But it's great at speed, great at getting in and out of situations fast. So, be aware of that. It has all those trade-offs of, hey, we're going to put really big engines on a really tiny ship and make it go really, really fast. But it means that, instead going really, really fast, it's not going to have as much ability to take a hit. Okay? That all being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what the process is that you go through to get access to these ships. remembering that you have to go through all of this, all of these ranks, to get to the one that you're wanting. So, let's begin here. Okay. We're gonna pause the recording there. This is where you go to track all of it. Track your progression in rank, track your progression in Imperial, or in Federal and Imperial and whatever. It's your right panel over in the status tab and two pages, or second page. Do note that this does you're feeding, or when you're building your rank, you're feeding off of reputation rewards for missions. The route I used here is the system Ngalinn Mainani. We will see the names of the systems plenty of times as we go through this, but I caught Ngalinn at least in a war state. So every trip I made off of that system was making extra because of that war state. I was making full trips of 20 missions a pop. When the last time that I did it for my main account, I was getting maybe 5 or 6 missions a pop from both ends. And it took me forever, and I got bored. This one, well, you'll see as we go. I wanted to describe what that panel is for, why I even looked at that panel. Each rank doesn't automatically get granted to you. It will involve a rank up mission. What missions we are taking on top of it is courier missions, data courier missions. We're not looking to take combat missions. We're not taking trade missions, though the courier missions will boost our trade rank. You want the data courier missions going specifically from Ngalinn to Mainani and from Mainani to Ngalinn. There is one starport in each. With a medium or small pad. It does not support large starships, unfortunately. Opening up the mission board. Go select all of the Imperial factions. And you go to the transportation tab. What we want is those reputation big missions. And here I messed up a little bit, grabbed an Eidfox mission. Realized I screwed up and had to go ditch the mission. Because what system we're looking for is Ngalinn. We're in Mainani, so we need Ngalinn. Right there. Doesn't matter which of the Imperial factions it's for, as long as it's an Imperial faction granted mission. And you just take all of them going to Ngalinn. I went checking again just to see if there was more. If you don't have enough missions, you can go and check and see if there are any more from the independent factions going there. But likely you won't see any extras. Then it just gets to going. That process you saw, you repeat from the other side as well. I'm going to go ahead and get the heck out of the way so you can see the full screen.
Landing gear retracted. Ship
Enjoy.
released.
I will be
Engines
back
engaged.
when necessary.
Functional drive charging. 3, 2, 1, engage. Incoming mission critical message.
Okay. See what I was talking about? This system only has the one starport. And this is Ngalinn. It's only the one starport. That's the reason why we use, or when you do your Imperial rank grind, you're using this star system. And the one we just jumped from. When we get back, going back that way, I will once again show you exactly what I mean by that system also only has one starport. Yes, technically, fleet carriers are starports. Technically. Fleet carriers don't grant missions. You only get missions from one place in this star system, which is really what matters. You need the missions with the reputation grant or reward to get your rank. Okay, back to the video. Okay. Once again, poking my head in here. See which reward I'm going after here every time? When it's available anyways? I'm grabbing that reputation reward. We're not worried here about the credits, we're not worried about the influence, we're not worried about the commodities or materials. We want that reputation reward.
Incoming message.
As what we're doing here is building that reputation, building that rank. couple moments, I believe I will go and show you how far we got in our first run. Of course, I'll be going and picking up missions first. Oh, that's what we're looking for. Because that's what happened on our first run. It hit like a freight train. But specifically why we look for that courier job for Imperial Naval Intelligence, it's what you're looking for the rank up missions, is specifically the courier job or the Imperial Naval Intelligence or Imperial Naval something. Those are your rank up missions. We, at a later date, will do the federal side as well, just to demonstrate that. Even though I don't see even ever using a federal starship. At least not for the purposes that, or at least for the purposes that I'm doing with that character, I don't see anything going on there. Or with the Fed ships, but we will still do the rank to show you guys how that one progresses and where to do it as well. But again, it's that Imperial Naval keywords in the mission title. Again, we're looking for the courier missions, courier jobs, because that gives us our queue. That gives us our ability to take 20 missions and not use any cargo space. That gives us the best bang for our buck on time. Let me get out the way again.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, here we go again. I'm not even going to bother coming into view for this one. Actually, yes, I will. Once again, only starport in the system. Yes, I realize you can't really tell with everything else in the background, but it's the only starport in the system. Being the only starport in the system, hey, perfect way to get to where we need to go. And get what we need to do done. Copy, tracking, perfect. Moving on.
Released. Engines engaged.
And there we have an example of an Imperial mission that we do not want. That supply run would take us out away from this area and then back in. We don't need that. We are in the mid-80 system, but we're looking for stuff that goes to Ngalinn. Okay, so here we have an Imperial Navy strike contract. So while yes, we are in a combat ship given the Python Mark II, it would require us to take a lot more time than what a courier mission will take us. And for this particular task, time is money. Well, with everything, time is money. How fast can you get it done? How quickly can you get it done to get back to the activities you prefer? You all saw that too, huh? We had the courier mission and then it just popped away because we reset everything. Which means we will have to go and work and reset all of it again. Let's see how it's changing my reset. Go look for it. Just plan on to this thing, first thing to try to back. But yeah, I'm score to hit it. Alright, folks, you get the idea of what's going on here. As we discussed earlier with this, the based on what rank you get to depicts what you have access to. Right now, my character here is a serf. Therefore, I have access to Heratani. The next mission that I'm looking for will grant access to the Imperial Courier. And we get going from there. When I actually finally left off last night, I was at the rank of Baron after about 2 hours. Maybe a little bit longer than 2 hours. When you hit the right timing, it just flies. But that being said, I will catch all of you next time. Fly safe out there, commanders. And live long and prosper, Helljumpers.